Hello, I am Quinny. Welcome to the channel. In this little video today, guys, I'm going to be setting us up for the dead zone, the international break. Now, this is the first international window we've had on SoRare, really, especially for qualifiers, where so many of the cards are going to be active, and the international competitions that they're all in. Pretty much, I see virtually every territory covered. There's no African games in this game week. I don't know if that will come in the next game week. I've not looked at the fixtures to see if that's just that they're not covered or they're just not listed fixtures for the game week. But pretty much every territory is covered, and you're getting games like Japan versus Oman, Costa Rica against Panama, America against El Salvador. Some really good, some really exciting games for cards if you can pick the teams. So MLS, not MLS. America is a quite good example because a lot of these bigger squads, that have like a lot of like players of a similar standing, do try and rotate players that are interchangeable in these situations to maximize the impact they have on the game. Because if they're getting guys, and if you actually look into it, the actual calendar, the schedule, the travel, the logistics of this international window could not have came at a worse time for a lot of my European cards. And in that angle, I'm actually pretty gutted it's happening, to be honest with you. But from an SO5 perspective, I do get an extra little chance to, number one, use them in games that otherwise I wouldn't have had previously. And number two, it should throw up some interesting paradigms, like in the game weeks, 1-9, all the way up to 199. Game week 200 is the first game week we're back from international break, for who's going to win. Those game weeks, what players, what big hitters do show up, what big hitters can show up. I think in this international break we might have some more clubs come on. You will see the return of the international cards being auctioned also. SoRare said that previously when they took them off the auction cycle that they would return. We might see another nation or two in license in this window, who knows. But I think it gives SoRare a good opportunity to implement housekeeping changes and a few other different things. So in terms of away from the SO5 arena, it could be a very exciting couple of weeks. Now, I just dropped a video yesterday, depending on when you're watching this. What is MLS good for? And this is one of the great occasions where MLS is still going to be running all the way through the international window. So, of course, all the international players that are selected for their nations are away, and this is when the MLS clubs start to use their backup goalkeepers, rotational midfielders, these kind of guys, second string forwards, whatever, and bring them into play. So if you've been holding those types of cards, it's going to be a great couple of game weeks for you as well. Of course, I'm very heavily stacked in MLS players, and a lot of them are non-internationals, which is lovely. So I'm hoping to have a good couple of weeks, to be honest with you. I sound very deflated now, guys, and the reason for that is we just came out of a fucking murderer of a game week. It's so many big scores. I got like 405, didn't even get a card in Champ Europe. It's absolutely criminal. Just how tough and how competitive that region is. So I'm just kind of digesting those results as I'm going through this with you today. Because I'm trying to think, right, well, what's coming around the corner? What's next? And it is this international break, and the actual international, current that's going through the game week, the next couple of game weeks, I'm just not motivated by at all. Let's see what happens. I'm picking teams on random. They're in the squad. They might play. They might feature. I don't think many other people will have a great guide on starting 11s and predicted 11s for especially the first match. After the first match, you might get an idea of, oh, well, that guy started this game, he's probably not going to start the next one. Or, oh, that guy's starting, he's probably going to be the new striker, he's going to be the new centre-back, the new goalkeeper. So there'll be some stories that will kind of unveil and unroll as this international window comes through. And there will be some important lessons for some of your cards in terms of where they stand with their national team and how feasible and how viable they're going to be for you going forward for the World Cup in Qatar next year. As well as the qualifiers and the immediate, of course. The flip side to that, of course, as well, is they're going to throw up a couple of massive paradigm changes in the immediate aftermath of the transfer window for those guys that do travel a lot, for those guys that do get injured. Well, some of them contract COVID. It sounds like a horrible thing to say, but it has happened on our national breaks gone past, and it's one of these ones that you can't rule it out at this stage. So I do expect there to be some unwanted cans of worms maybe open up in some of your situations domestically with some of your cards, whether it be some of the stuff I've just listed or something I can't even think of or imagine at this point. So part of the blues I've got now from Champion Euro is scoring so high and just being absolutely swamped under by like the Bayern stacks and whatever. But especially the first week or two after an international break, I don't think those massive stacks will really play a part. I think, this is something that a lot of you guys at home, especially you guys in the notification squad that get on the videos nice and early, will probably be able to appreciate. But international players do have a massive premium on them. But when we're in season and what you're getting from them is the qualifiers, in my opinion, from SO5, like the higher value player is probably the non-international who doesn't need to go for all this travel, doesn't need to go away, maybe pick up a wee pulled muscle, maybe get an injury, or go away, do the travel, play all the 90 minutes for the country, get flown back and have to do it all over again for a club, because you're only going to get diminishing returns out of an athlete in that situation. Sometimes the best thing to have is the non-internationals, the guys that wave their pals goodbye on the jet and they just chill out the training ground, do good tempo sessions, do a lot of good workup play on the training ground, and just make sure that they're ripe and ready for when the international pals come back from their holidays or whatever, that they can get right back at it and get stuck in back on domestic front, Champions League, Europa League, that kind of stuff. So there definitely will be a couple of different opportunities to be exploited here, whether it be those backup goalkeepers you're looking to utilise, Thomas Hassel, hello, or whether it's the non-international European-based players that you're looking forward to game week 200 and beyond for. So yeah, hope you have fun, guys. Content will be coming left, right and centre. Probably won't be streaming too much for this international break, but content will be coming to you as and when. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, all that stuff, because I'm actually quite enjoying not having to tweet out all the videos and stuff like that. You guys that are first on it, you're the audience. Come and get it, guys. Like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.